Fifth set. Deciding set. Manly posters. Stork. Jaedong. Only one can make it into the finals. And this is really where I start to break down as a commentator because I just get too excited. Real words don't even come out anymore. It's just giddiness and sound effects. Okay, sorry. But yes, this is going to be fantastic. I am girding my loins in anticipation of this one. I don't even know what that means, but my loins are totally girded right now. Just a bunch of stuff retracting up into my body, into my soul, which sounds extremely gross. I wish this game would just get started. Come on, go, go, go. Fifth set will be on Grand Line SC, as I mentioned earlier. That is our double map. So Stork, as long as he doesn't go for the same strategy that he did before, the 12 Nexus, I think he'll be okay. Of course, that could be his strategy for Grand Line SC. He could try that again. I don't know if he has two different strategies for this map or not. Players don't usually do that for these kind of series. They try to end it before then, have one specific strategy for a map, but here we go, we'll find out. Except, down at the 5 o'clock position in white is Stork. Whoa, way up at the 2 o'clock position in yellow is Jaedong. And this is it. Winner gets all the marbles. Well, they get something better than marbles. They get a free trip and possibly thousands and thousands worth of dollars. Whatever. They get marbles too. It comes in those little balls that they were throwing at the end of the round of 8 into the crowd. They're full of marbles that have little Korean Air logos on them, which are basically the Korean flag, but whatever. This will be a fantastic set, I hope. This has been kind of a whirlwind series. Very quick games. I've only had one 2-part set so far that I've uploaded. So very quick games from both of these guys. And I think we might see the same thing again. Let's see what Jaedong decides to do. Pumping his 9th drone. Haven't seen the Overlord being pumped yet. Stork, meanwhile, looks like he's going for a pretty standard forge. Fast expand. 9 pull from Jaedong. So Stork, oh my god. Stork! Don't go for a 12 Nexus. This will go exactly like the first game if he does do that. But luckily for Stork, extremely luckily for Stork, he's going to get the scout immediately on this. He's going to see the creep, so he's going to hold off on his second building for a second and say, does he have the spawning pool? He does have the spawning pool, so I got to throw down my forge. Extremely lucky scouting from Stork. So he is immediately going to throw down the forge. And his cannons are going to probably warp in just in time. Barely in time. Much more in time than they would have been if he threw down the Nexus first, of course. So now Stork, trying to be annoying yet again. Take down a drone. Bastard probe. But Jaedong, he's at the point in the series where his micro is his definite strong point. I think that will be his strong point. His drone micro, especially in 5th sets, is just so insane. I mean, he lost a drone to Fantasy in the finals once. We all remember that, but still, whatever. He was still extremely aggressive with that drone, bloodthirsty little drone. Just bit off a little bit more than it could chew. Now, Jaedong, it does get the scout here. He did scout in the right direction, which is a little bit more like Jaedong, the Jaedong that we know. So that cannon should warp in time, and I think it will. A pylon, actually, at the natural expansion, just to block that base a little bit longer from Jaedong. I'm not sure if that was exactly worth it or not. I hope that Stork was able to cancel that. I didn't see his minerals at the time, so I don't know if he got those minerals back. But we'll find out soon. Jaedong deciding not to push the front with his Zerglings yet, because he went in there, he saw the cannon, he says, well, it's going to warp in time. I'm not going to be able to do this. So Stork, in the meantime, he finally put down his Nexus. That will be warping in as soon as possible. He put down his gateway after the Nexus, I think. So the gateway will be on the way. Both guys pretty standard from them so far. I'm glad that Stork didn't go for that same mistake as he did in the first game. That would have been... It would have taken an anticlimactic intro and turned it into an anticlimactic outro, which I hate in Best of 5 series. Like the last OSL final, the 5th set, so anticlimactic, it's so frustrating. The other games were good, too, so I really don't like that. But Stork's still staying in with that probe as long as he can. Looking for the lair, doesn't see it. Look at all these people, they're all Stork fans. Go Stork! Okay, fanboyism. I know there's some Jaedong fans who are probably going to get angry at me. But Stork is hiding down here with a probe. He's going to go in as soon as the Zerglings run out. As soon as he knows the Zerglings are by his base, that's probably when he's going to run in with the probe. That's a very sneaky little ninja scouting probe. He could probably go in right now and be able to scout the next building coming up. He's doing it right now. Here goes Stork. Going to be spotted by Jaedong. So Stork sees the lair. He knows that there's not going to be a 3-hatch or 4-hatch Hydra build. So he's going to be safe as far as that goes. But I wouldn't rule out another Zergling run by, especially considering Jaedong is still pumping Zerglings, and Stork sees that, though, so that's a bit more information from him. So sees that Jaedong is continuing his Zergling pump, and I think the scout went down. Yeah, the scout went down for Stork, so he's going to be a little bit in the dark as far as that goes. And Stork, he only has one cannon. Oh my god, the Lings are moving down the base right now. I mean, Stork, as soon as he sees this, he's going to have to pull his probes off the line because Jaedong is going to go for a break. I have no doubt. Luckily, Stork, he does have a pretty nice block here with some Zealots, but he really needs his second cannon probably pretty soon because here comes Jaedong. Yep, playing aggressive, trying to break through that front. He's going to focus fire on that one Zealot, try to take it down. Stork, he's pulling off his probes to try to block this a little bit more. He's got to keep that cannon away from the Zerglings, put down his second cannon. He still hasn't thrown down a second cannon yet. And Jaedong is forcing his way in little bit by little bit, but luckily Stork, he got rid of most of the Zerglings, but he's going to have to find some way to keep these Zerglings away from his front. He still hasn't thrown down the second cannon, and he can't focus on all of his different sides of this base at once. Jaedong getting surrounded the single cannon at the front. Oh, that sound you heard was Nuke's heart breaking. Because Jaedong, he's going to keep pumping Zerglings and try to break through here. It's going to be a miracle if Stork survives this now because he only has one Zealot. He can't protect his cannon goes down, so Stork is losing everything at the front to Zerglings now. Jaedong continuing to pump. I don't even think he's going to focus on anything else other than Zerglings now. Zerglings killing so many probes. Ben and Jerry. Which flavor should I get? I'm not sure which flavor I should get, guys. Boston cream pie, maybe. I do like that one. Another cannon going down. Another cannon from Stork. He's trying to go out there with his Corsair, take down some Overlords. He's done a fairly good job of keeping these Zerglings out of his main, at least. But, yeah, he's lost so many probes. Maybe chocolate chip cookie dough. That's a pretty good one, too. I could go for the fish food, of course. Everyone likes fish food. For Ben and Jerry's 1 pint of fish food. Ice cream. Heartbreaking. Unbreak my heart. Say you'll bork me again. So Stork is upgrading +1 attack for his Corsairs, but it's not going to matter as long as he keeps losing troops at the front, which he's doing. And Jaedong killing so many probes inside of the main. If Stork had had one more cannon at the front, one more cannon, he would have fought this off and possibly won this game. We'll never know now. One single mistake knocks Stork out of the running for the OSL Championship. It looks like Jaedong is going to get a chance at that 4th OSL gold, which no other player has ever achieved. So kudos to him. I like Jaedong too, so I can't feel too bad about this, but I will be eating ice cream. Dear God. Stork. You break my heart sometimes, but that's the way it goes with a player like Stork. And I think that Jaedong is actually focused firing on the Nexus inside of the main. So Stork, I hope to see you next season. In the round of 16, he will be seated there. That's the GG from Dino Toss, and that means Jaedong is moving into the finals again. It's good to see Jaedong move up. He is an extremely strong player. Great game sense from both. This was actually a very good series. Considering it was all the games were so short, it was actually pretty good as far as a game sense, macro goes. Well, not really macro, but micro anyway. So Jaedong. Who's Jaedong going to face? Free or Flash? I think most people are assuming Flash at this point, just because he's so good at all his matchups, and Free is a newcomer to that high position. But I don't know. I think Free can get it done. By the way, I'm just trying to buy for time now. I know that people are going to look at the video and say, what? It's so short, Jaedong won. So I'm going to try to get this out to 15 minutes. What should I talk about? Oh, yes, the finals is in Shanghai. I think that's kind of weird that they're having it outside of Korea since it is the 10th anniversary of OSL, I think, of the on GameNet Star League. Oh well. So Stork, it looks like he isn't taking it too hard. He looks frustrated, but he doesn't look completely broken down as he was when he lost against Shine in the Ever OSL. I mean, yeah, that was just Stork so freaking sad. I've been watching Stork long enough, and I'm a big enough fan that I can tell when he's just crushed. His eyes change. You can see puffiness around his eyes. He isn't crying, but he just looks so sad. Like when he lost against Effort in the Pro League a couple seasons back. It was the deciding game, the Super Ace match. But he doesn't look nearly as crushed as he did when he lost against Effort. His eyes were just so puffy. But anyway, there's Stork talking it off, maybe saying, here's what I should have done. Maybe if I'd throw down one more cannon, I would be moving into the finals right now. But it is great that we're at such a high level of play that one single mistake like that, oh, there's Backo. Nice sexy V-neck you got there, Backo. But yes, one single mistake lands it for Jaedong. And luckily Jaedong was able to capitalize on that. You got to give Jaedong credit with just sheer aggressiveness from him. And actually, Stork is starting to look a little bit teary-eyed now. I'm sad. Damn it, what flavor of ice cream should I get? I'm not sure. Maybe the fish food. Maybe does Ben & Jerry's have like strawberry 1 pint? I might have to get like the generic brand. I don't know. Now I'm just craving ice cream. We talk about this stuff at work all the time. We talk about food at work like non-stop. And I think we've talked about ice cream for the last 4 days, so this has been a long time coming. But alright, this has been Nuke. Yes, as they are showing there, Jaedong is the victor over Stork. Stay strong. But alright, this has been Nuke. I will be back soon for the next semifinal, which could be very, very interesting. Free is undefeated in this OSL. Of course, Flash said in an interview, it's like, he's undefeated until the first set of our series, and then he's defeated forever and dead. Well, he didn't say dead, but he's pretty much going to be dead if Flash plays his normal self. I think Free kind of has an advantage in the fact that Flash just got off of an OSL final. Of course, Jaedong did too, which didn't really help Stork much. Stork took him the distance, though, just like Rocky. Rocky didn't win in the first movie either, so Stork just like Rocky. And maybe at some point he will face Ivan Drago. Nice V-neck again, Backo. Okay, I'm leaving. This is ridiculous. This has been Nuke. See you guys soon for the next semifinal. Free versus Flash.